Read on.
He will guide you into all truth.
So the Spirit of truth is going to guide us into all truth, right? So Tazadaki is not guiding you into all truth by telling you you can't say Yahawashi Mashiach no more. He's taking truth from you. He's going to deal with that. If he's guiding you into all truth, why is he doing what Yahawashi told us not to do, which is those money changers and stuff that was in those the doves and the sheep that was being sold in the temple? Why is he doing that? Because if Yahawashi was here right now, he would make that cat of nine tails and come through whipping Tazadaki right now, according to the scriptures. So how is he leading us into all truth? Read on.
And one more thing, he didn't teach us the truth. He that teaches all things. Oriyah, Shaw, Yaquab, what's his name?
Mashiach.
Yeah, Mashiach. Mashar taught us. You know what I mean? Then we got so he didn't teach us all things before Tazadaki came. Albert Bibbins, Yaquab, Mashar, Oriyah. They all taught they taught us majority of stuff that we know nowadays. You know what I mean? He didn't teach us nothing. All he's doing is like when you read when you look at what he's teaching you stuff that they taught, and then he's adding unto. The scriptures say, "Add nothing to that word, so thou shall be found a liar." So by him adding it to the words, matter of fact, I'm gonna bring that back to you. I'm gonna read Proverbs 30:6 because that's what he's doing, and by him adding it to him, now he's found a liar. And that's why the scriptures. That's why we got to go to the scriptures, because the scriptures are basically we prove a nigga like that's teaching lies. This is Proverbs 30:6. Add thou not into his words, let he reprove thee, and thou shalt be found a liar.
Read that again.
Proverbs 30:6.
So we already received the truth through all the brothers that he named, through the ancients that was already teaching us this. Read on.
Add thou not into his words.
So here come this nigga adding stuff. Read on.
Lest he reprove thee, and thou shalt be found a liar.
Right. And then when you read in the book of Revelation, it says anybody who adds into this word or takes away from it. So this nigga came up and added some stuff, and he took away some stuff. But about 90% of the stuff he's teaching was stuff that was already taught. So he didn't really add and take away too much. So he's still teaching the stuff that he was taught.
And then he's adding that stuff like he's the comforter and all that. But I'm going to read on this right here. This is 20, I think it's Revelation 22 and 10. Let me read it real quick. 22 and... Yeah, Revelation 22 and 18. For I testify to every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, God shall add it to him the plagues that are written in this book. So he's definitely going to be put to death.
He definitely going to.
If any man shall take away from the words of this book, of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book. So that nigga might not make it.
And I just got one more scripture. I got one more scripture. Genesis chapter 49. Genesis chapter 49 and verse 1 and 10. Because, when you read in St. John chapter 16, when it talks about the Comforter, it says that he was going to testify of Christ. You know what I mean? And the Comforter, you're not testifying to Christ. You testifying to you, nigga. You saying some stuff about God and Christ here and there, like every other false prophet does. But you bring all the attention to you, telling people that they got to be under you to get to God the Father now. Or to get to Christ, they got to come through you now. So you can just set yourself up as a Christ. But the gathering of the nations is not going to be unto you. The gathering of the lost tribes of Israel is not going to be unto you or your church. But this is going to be Genesis 49 and verse 1. Read that.
Okay. Genesis 49 and 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourself together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days.
So what's going to befall us on the last days? Well, we already know these prophecies, the understanding of the 12 tribes. But what does verse 10 say who we're going to be gathered to? Read verse 10.
The scepter shall not depart from Judah.
So we know the scepter is not going to depart from Judah. We know why that is. We got the understanding that, because it's going to be through Christ. You know what I mean, right? Read on.
Now, nor a lawgiver from between his feet.
Read on.
And Chushalah, come, and to him shall the gathering of the people be.
So that's talking about Yahawashi Mashiach, who you call Jesus Christ. And to him, the gathering of the people is going to be unto the Lord. So not to you, Tazadaki. They're not coming through you. The gathering of people ain't coming through you. It's coming through him when he come back, like we read in Matthew 25. When he come back, he's going to gather the sheep and set the sheep on his right hand and the goats on his left. He's going to do that. He's going to say who's who. That was it for me.
This bring up the one thing, brother. We got to this for edification. It's a lot of cats. Now I wasn't part of that, so I don't know nothing about it. Neither you, but they taught back in the day that Marshall was King David. All right. Now you're saying that now in the church now they actually saying that King David is back here on earth, right?
Yeah, they saying that somebody in the Israelite church, a cult of God and Jesus Christ, is King David. So King David is supposed to be back, and he's in the church, and he's not really saying, they're not really trying to put it out there who's who, but supposedly some of the brothers in the Philly church was there when it came out. So some brothers in the Philly church are supposed to be keeping this a secret. How did I learn that? I learned that from the late, and he's supposed to be coming back soon because he was out for a year, the late captain of 13,000 Kashabia from Philly, which moved to Pittsburgh. He was telling us that in the church that he was there when that was coming out, and they were sworn to secrecy because it wasn't supposed to come out. But King David's supposed to be there, so you know.
And also one more thing, you said that he said that when Yahweh shall come back, that somebody's gonna be breathing like right beside Yahweh shall, something like that.
The fire's gonna come out of somebody's mouth that's there. You don't want to say who it is. I mean, they just always making some new claims to keep people on the edge of their seats. You know what I mean? Because you know, see the truth. You don't gotta add nothing to the truth to make it still hot, to make it still fresh, to make it exciting. Because the word is exciting. That's why y'all coming up with all this stuff, trying to keep your church more exciting. They said Passover 2012 was going to be the best Passover they ever had. And I've been to 5 Passovers with the Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ. And honest to God, 2012 was the wackest Passover that I was at. It was the wackest, man. You know what I mean? You had us jumping up and down like nuts, man. Bishop Namaratas of the city of Pittsburgh almost had a damn asthma attack jumping up and down because Taz Doctor told him to jump up and down and praise God. Jump, made him go crazy. Brothers was finna kill themselves over what you was telling them, man. And then you had this little damn spaceship come down and the smoke come around, and then the spaceship went up and you was gone, and then you came out of a gate over here on the side. Come on, man. If you're the comforter, you wouldn't be doing that. You wouldn't be glorifying yourself. You would be going to these scriptures glorifying Christ. Nigga, you glorifying yourself. You like that glitz and glamour. When I saw that, I was like, no, this ain't. And I was trying not to think like that because I still had the delusion on me, like, no, this is the comforter. But after I saw that, I was like, is this dude for real? Like, he's supposed to be glorifying Christ. Even though I'm thinking, I was checking myself, like, no, I can't think like that. I can't think like that. No, I can't think like that, nigga. You supposed to be glorifying Christ, not disappearing, the smoke come out, and then you reappear so everybody can be, yeah! Come on, man. Come on. And like I said, on this clip, we also going to show the video of Tazadakia standing in front of the white Jesus Christ and a white apostle in the church in New York. And Apostle Kakamaka, that's originally from Philly, that's in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah, since you just bring it out about the apostleship now, that you can actually get demoted from being an apostle now too.
Yeah, I mean, the apostleship right now is 12. I mean, you can become an apostle, and you could be a term after 4 years. I think you could lose your term or something like that, and you be out and another guy come in. It's like the damn president. You apostle for 4 years. Okay, you're not gonna get voted back in. There's gonna be a new apostle. That's not what the apostleship is. That's not what the apostleship is. That's a bunch of madness. So, and also I was gonna say about Apostle Kamaka from Pittsburgh. You know, when I first had the guts to say something about that white Jesus that's in that church. And I said to Apostle Kamakar outside the church, I said, we was about to be on our way back to Pittsburgh. I said, you know that picture up there of Jesus and the one disciple up there, it looks like kind of like a white Jesus. I said, it looks like almost like a white Jesus. And he looked at me and he said, well, we know they're black. He didn't say, no, that's a black Jesus. He said, well, we know they're black. We know the icons are black. So even though he himself saw that was a damn white icon, he said, that's all right, we know they black. See, he defended a lie. Because if he speaks against it, he's going to lose his seat. He's going to be called Antichrist next. And that was Apostle Kamaka that said that to me. That was awesome.
You got to bring out the one last thing before we get out about the Tazadaki's brother. You got to bring that out.
Yeah. So Bishop Namaratazar, the city of Pittsburgh. Me and this brother was like best friends. We used to have it out a little bit sometimes here and there, but best friends do that. Bishop Namaratazar Rakah was like my best friend. And when we came from Passover 2012, he said he wanted to tell me something that happened in Passover 2012, but I can't tell nobody. And he really didn't want to tell me. I said, the Spirit made him bring it out. I said, well, come on, what's going on? He's told me that Tazadaki's brother, I forget the nigga's name, I think he's a chief priest, but y'all know who I'm talking about. He looked just like his ugly ass. But Tazadaki's brother grabbed Bishop Bishop Namaratazar Rakah of the city of Pittsburgh's ass at Passover 2012. So the bishop was like, hold on, what's going on? So to make sure, he didn't want to just rise up. You know what I mean? He wanted to make he couldn't believe in his mind that this is really going on. So as the brother walked away, and Namaratazar can be a mean brother sometimes. Namaratazar said he kept looking at him to see if he would get eye contact with him. And the brother would look at Bishop Namaratazar. Namaratazar was looking at him just like this. And every time the brother seen Namaratazar, he would turn real fast. It was guilt, real fast. He would look and act like he was talking to somebody else. Let me tell you one thing about Tazadaki's brother. He's a mean dude. He's been mean to me for the past 5 years. He always just mean. Okay? If somebody grunt on him like that, as a chief priest, he's going to check him from the door. I've seen that man do that. He's going to check him from the door. He's not going to let nobody just grin on him like that. So obviously he was guilty, and he was hoping that the brother was going to receive his homosexuality. So yeah, Tazadaki's brother grabbed Bishop Namaratazar Rakah of the city of Pittsburgh's ass at Passover 2012. Okay? So call him to counsel. I hope he don't lie. I hope he tell the truth. But that's the honest to God's truth. That is the honest to God's truth right there.
Might kick him out next.
Nothing but the truth. So Tazadaki, your brother's a fruitcake. That means you probably a fruitcake. I've heard a lot of stories about you, a bunch of fruitcakes up in there, and I don't got no proof on that. But I got proof on this nigga. Your brother is definitely a faggot. That's it.
And with that, we say shalom.
Shalom.